South Anglicania. This map represents the interior as it was popularly believed, blah blah blah. A truer picture has emerged. The inland sea was a myth, and in time the Dead Sea, the Dead Sea level of the continent would come to be more accurately known as the Dead Heart of Australia. So that's the story, that it is a fake. So let's have a look and see if it is true. Is it fact or is it fiction? Okay, so here this is an height elevation map of Australia. And as you can see, the green bits are the lowest and the darker brown bits are the highest. So obviously the mountain range is up here. So dark green is the lowest point. And now this is on that map, the river comes in around here. And it's just kind of interesting, isn't it? That there is a low point through there. And even all the way down to the ocean here. Now this next one is a bit more interesting because it shows the rivers and waterways, and the last one didn't. And I mean, there's actually more water in WA than I thought. But again, we've got the high elevation here, and see, this is the deepest bit, and we've got rivers look like they're sort of running into a basin almost. And we have this sort of water trail down this way and down this way. So interesting. So I thought we'd go and have a look at Google Earth. Okay, so here we are on the Google Earths, and if we have a look, it doesn't really, can't see that much. Bit of a trail down there. But what I did is I got that map and I superimposed it over the top. And as you can see, it fit pretty well. Let's get this up. So you can see that's Google, and as I bring it in, it's pretty good, I think. I think I've got it on pretty well. So what we can do is we can see this actual inland sea now. So as you'll see, it's coming in here, or going out there maybe. So if we go down here and have a look, what do we find? But this looks like, when you tell me, does this look like a big sort of delta from a river with a bit of flow? And see how it's also got all these sort of...
It's melted buildings.
We can see like little rivulets, so they call it tributaries. But it looks like there's islands everywhere. And if we look at this, well, I wonder if the islands match up. Because there's a lot of islands on this map. See, there's islands all through this river. Now this is, unfortunately, I put this one on before I found a bigger map. So it's not the best, but yeah, see how there's islands all through there, and a big island there. Oh look, and you can see I've got the coastline's a bit different here, but see that? See how there's an island here on the map? When we go to the coastline, it looks like it's now part of the coastline. Right at what used to be, or what this map is saying, was the river mouth. So that's interesting. So it says basically the river would have come down here as well. So
That's about the buildings right there.
The edge of a river there.
Mm-hmm.
So there's still water flowing around, and yet we have all these funny islandy bits up here. Alright, so let's see what else we can find. So this is, let's have a look down here. Does this look rivery? And look at that, so there should be, can you see that? 1, 2, 3 islands, or a few islands. And what do we get? Do we get any high points?
California's the same way.
Looks like a hill, doesn't it? And now what I discovered is, along this this path, you get these. Can you see these lines? Now when you zoom in on them, let's find a good bit. What you see is, it's actually lows and highs. Now is that map still there? No, that's just the ground. I thought that was the shadow for a minute. But yeah, see all these high bit, low bit, right? Can you see that? Now that's what you get when water runs across sand, right? Look at it, it's all the way up here. All the land looks like it's had water running over it. Well, that's what it looks like to me. What do you think? I mean, can you see this stuff? It's everywhere, and so is that. We're still in river. Yep, so that's still the edge of the river. So what happens if we go down here, I wonder, and just sort of get out of it? Are we still going to get them? This could kill my theory. I mean, there's still some there for sure. It looks a bit different. Lots of water bits around here. Okay, and then when we come up here, I see that map's not a perfect match. But see up here, it's all smooth. You see that? That like it's smooth. We don't have those rivulets, is that what they're called? Where if we come down here past this water line, that was my kitty cat, yes, past this, which looks like an old kind of water line, then suddenly look, see how it's all highs and lows, like rivulets, like water's been running across it, and then it's gone. And this stuff goes all the way across. Look, it's just heaps of it everywhere. So looks like water was running there at some point, right? Well, I don't know, you tell me in the comments. Let's have a look at the ocean or the lake, the sea. Is it a low point? It's a bit hard to see on Google, but it kind of looks like, it's going down into a basin, and then mark some places out. I don't know what they are. Little spots, and they all happen to be around the edge of that. Oh, okay, there's like a little hill there. They all seem to be around the edge of, see, the ocean, the sea. Oh, they're far off the edge, but this one, see, there's none actually in where the ocean. How did we get over there? Where the ocean used to be, which is down here. We've got water running through there. So, and of course we don't have those. Oh, we do have those. There we go. So water has run across here as well. So, because obviously there's no water here at the moment. So if there used to be an inland sea, it would have all had to empty at some point, and that would have been a lot of running water, which would cause an effect like this, you would think. I would think. See, bits of water trapped in there. So what happened if that was a sea, right, an inland sea?
Mm-hmm.
You can see there's a main river coming out here and down here. So to empty it, I'm thinking it's flowed this way. If it flowed this way, obviously it had a big track to go through, but this way, what would it have done if it came down here? Because as we saw, that was a low point in the elevation map. And as you see, we have all this, almost like trapped bits of water and all this flow, all these lines everywhere. Looks like tree bark, doesn't it? Maybe it is. Maybe it's maybe it's all just an illusion. But see how we have that sort of flow area. So from here all the way down, you can see these massive flow lines, and what look like to be where the water was trapped. We've got some rivers still going. And see, look, they're in there. Look at these lines. Like something has just flowed over the top of, land. And then you get down here, we get some more water trapped. It looks like they've turned into salt lakes. And then here's another, look at that, another, is that a lake? What's it called? Yep, that's a lake. So again, it looks like a salt lake, but so can you see what I mean? It looks like if this was the inland sea, looks like something's broken. We've got all this flow. I mean, look at it there, and all the way down, and water caught, and then down into the ocean. And it looks like a bit of it went this way, and a lot got caught there. So what do you think? So just to show you, let's get this map up again.
There's still going to be an inland river. There's still going to be an underwater river.
So you can see if something here broke,
the buildings
water would have flowed across there, through here and down this way, which is what it looks like it's done. And so this would have been the bit that would have got, hit the hardest.
Nice.
Where was that? So up here, that kind of area, and look what we get. Looks like a heap of dirt almost, doesn't it? Has been pushed out, just sort of see that. So what do you think? Was there an inland sea? And is that the remains of some kind of weapon? Look at all these Liechtenstein marks. Look at that big one.
Got hit.
So yeah, what do you think? Was there an inland sea in Australia? And if there was, what happened to it? Like, why did this end get blown out? And now we've got nothing. And also, how long ago are we talking? Like, because if there it's back again. If there was the inland sea, we've got these, some familiar names, some names that are not familiar, that are not there anymore, that I've never heard of. Different namings in the 1820s for the continent that never heard of. So, we know that they play with time a lot, right? And date lines and all this stuff. So I'm thinking, it looks, when you look at the landscape, it looks like it was there, and that it got, down busted. But when? Was it 1827 or just after that? Is that possible? It's a lot of water. I would think we'd still have lakes, maybe.
It's not 1827. It's I-827.
Or is this from like another time? Is this like maybe 600 years old, 800 years old? What it used to look like before the changeover, shall we say? So there you go. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Melted building.
Did we have an inland ocean? Is it fact or fiction? And if so, what do you think happened?